Hello everybody, it's Kunka and today we are going to talk about top 10 favorite Pokemons of mine. There are almost 900 of Pokemons existing yet, and yet, of course, every Pokemon found is having their own favorite. So I have decided to show you my top 10 favorite Pokemons. Spoiler, some of Pokemons are so underrated that you may never escape to see them in someone's top, because they are mostly being forgotten, but there are not much of them. So let's move to our list, to our bottom but still awesome Pokemon. And our 10th favorite Pokemon is being... right, Kabuto, or one of 4 original Fossil's Pokemon. Why exactly Kabuto? First thing is that that until Gen 6, when a T-Rex based Pokemon was introduced, fossil Pokemons were greatly underrated. Second thing is in fact that it has a quite good stats. I'm not usually into stats, not really believing in them, but still look at those. It has a good speed, a good attack and good defense. They're quite low HP, but it does not mate. Second thing is, what is this Pokemon based on? But it was been made bipedal, still with awesome shape. Just look at Kabuto's shape, it's just awesome. Plus in fact that it's been an ancient Pokemon, so you have to resurrect it, to revive it, so I don't really understand that concept of fossils Pokemons being usually males. I don't really understand this gender ratio, but still I love this Pokemon, so I always choose a dumb fossil when I'm playing Kanto Pokemon. So that's why this Pokemon is being a number 10 in my list. So let's move to number 9. And number 9 in our list is... right, Erequanite. People who know me from Facebook, Twitter and DeviantArt know that I'm a huge spider lover. But then you may ask, why Erequanite? Why not Galvantula? Maybe the most popular spider Pokemon introduced in during Gen 5 era. Well, first thing is that Erequanite is the first and the only spider-based Pokemon I have used in my team. Second thing, I really love its appearance of a bubble underwater spider. It makes it quite cool and still adorable. And third thing is, as its dex entry says, it loves to steal things from its trainer and lock them down into bubbles, which makes it kinda funny. Not to mention that it's quite good in bottles, so that's why this underwater bubble spider is my number 9. So let's move to number 8, and number 8 in our list is going to belong to... right, Necrozma. A misunderstood legendary Pokemon, one of Lunar Trio member, it gets a lot of love since it became a sword mascot of Sun and Moon remakes, as well as got an Ultra form, which gave it a possibility to become an Amazon Dragon type. Well, to be honest, first thing I find its ultimate form kinda adorable. It quite reminds me of some kind of a bird, or I'm not sure. Still, yes, it's surely nice. Plus, its concept of a misunderstood Pokemon, which is mysterious. But if you just see what this Pokemon aims for, you can see that it's not evil for all. Also, I really love its weird design. Yes, I consider Necrozma being weird. Still, it's what it makes it awesome. It's mysterious. It gives vibes that it does not belong to this world. still I love Necrozma for this mysterious appearance, mysterious concept and such. That's why I gave this Pokemon a number 8 spot. Let's move to the number 7. And number 7 in our spot belongs to... No, not Lugia. Corviknight. Yes, Corviknight is my favorite out of all Gen 8, or in other words, all new Pokemon's one. First thing is that it's been based on a Raven. I love bird-based Pokemons, and here we finally have a Pokemon based on a quite cool bird. And second thing, I still cannot believe that it's more than 2 meters tall, which is bigger than a very tall Inteleon, a very big Rillaboom, and even bigger than a legendary bird trio. Still, I find it's quite adorable, and that's nice that there been some kind of a living flying taxis. Third thing is in fact that almost every player may use either this Pokemon or Toxtricity or either Dragapult or all together, which makes it, which proves that in fact that it's a pretty competitive Pokemon. By the way, I just call this habit of players as a Trinity rule. Plus in the end, just look at it. Dex entry. This Pokemon reigns supreme in the skies of the Galar region, which means that this Pokemon is considered as one of the coolest Gen 8 Pokemon. So let's move to the number 6. So let's move to number 6, and number 6 spot belongs to... right, Articuno. Another bird Pokemon won my heart by its realism and its beauty. Yet I also used it in my Fire Red and Leaf Green walkthrough, my first ever Pokemon games. Not to mention that it's a legendary. Yes, it lost to Charizard, it lost to Mewtwo. Still, it does not change my mind about this beauty. Plus in fact that both Game Freak and Nintendo are seeming to love legendary bird trio to use them enough in comparison with other legendaries. Seems like they did a good job in terms of giving this bird a good role in lore. Also, as you all know, Articuno got its Galarian cousin, but still my heart is with an original Cantonian one, because yes, a new alternative Articuno is awesome, but an original one, as for me, is better. So let's move to the upper half of our list. And number 5 spot in my list belongs to... just guess who is that. Because you may never guess until I tell you. Right. Number 5 favorite Pokemon of mine is a Cranidos. A Pokemon which a lot of people tend to forget for some reason. I don't know why. First, it's a dinosaur. Yes, it's a dinosaur. It's been based on dinosaurs, and everyone loves dinosaurs, but everyone forgets this adorable little but still powerful Pokemon. It was good in Rourke team, so later I have defeated it without any problems, but in anime it was a beast. Yes, it lost to Paul, but Ash failed to beat that guy first. Second thing, people who are playing Pokemon Masters may quite use Rourke and Cranidos and later Rampardos. And in fact, among the all Pokemons already available in Masters, Cranidos line has the best attack. So I don't like to talk about stats so much. I don't care about stats, but still, it's the fact. And third thing, people who are familiar with One Piece franchise and still are reading latest characters may remember Ulti, one of elite subordinates of Akaido Beast Pirates team. Her Devil Fruit is based on exactly on same type of dinosaur both Cranidos and Rampardos are being based on. And the last thing, why exactly Cranidos? Well, it's inedible. Just look at this little dinosaur. How you could not lie with? How could you just ignore its existence? Okay, let's move to the number 4. My spoilers. My next shall be my favorite non-legendary Pokemon. And number 4 belongs to... right, Snivy. My favorite non-legendary and starter Pokemon. Or as some people are saying before its name was revealed, Smuggler. First of all, it's a smarter guy. It's the smartest out of all 3 Pokemon, which has been shown in all ways. Second thing is that, like, it's good for team. I don't get those people who are saying that Snivy is bad to choose. Like, I'm always using Snivy during my, travel, and it's just awesome. I just don't, and against those who has an advantage against Snivy, I just use those who have advantages against them. In anime, unfortunately, Snivy has been downgraded a lot. It has the less of feats. It has been she has been used against two strong Pokemon. Pikachu, only as ace and strongest Pokemon of all time, could manage to beat. Still, it's awesome, especially its debut when she made all of male Pokemon of Ash just fell in love with her and they could just do nothing. Plus, the last thing I have a Snivy Pokesona. She lasts for a lot for many years. I even use her a lot in role playing. That's why this little guy is my favorite non-legendary Pokemon. Yes. Yes, next you will see just legendary Pokemon. Don't tell me that I didn't warn you. Okay, so let's move to the number 3 spot. And number 3 belongs to... Recognize this voice? I guess you did, because this voice is not less legendary than a Pokemon which is my 3rd favorite in this list. Right, number 3 favorite Pokemon of mine is Palkia. First, it's the only bipedal creation trio member, including Arceus itself, and I love bipedal dragons. Though Palkia, excluding Arceus, is my least favorite creation trio member, it does not matter when Palkia is actually my 3rd favorite Pokemon of all time. So, second thing, as you have heard, its legendary voice. Who does not love Palkia's voice? Not less than its design and what it's been capable for. Third thing is, of course, some references, like just to look how similar Palkia's attack is to Goku's Kamehameha. But still, Palkia is older, Palkia is cooler, and Palkia is way stronger. So, of course, Palkia is doing it better and even faster. But the speed does not exist for Palkia, because Palkia can just ignore it, because Palkia has the wall space in its own pocket. It can control it completely. It can just teleport in any space, and even revive everything destroyed by itself, including other legendaries like Darkrai from movie 10, it and Dialga killed by accident. within few seconds. And oh yes, Mystery Dungeon 2, when Palkia, whom Darkrai blackmailed you, just came to you and accused you in breaking special rules. It was badass, scary. Still, its phrase is iconic. Okay, let's move to number 2 spot. And number 2 belongs to, right, Giratina. Some of fans may call Giratina Satan, a Lucifer, a devil, etc. Though it's not true, still there is barely anybody who dislikes Giratina. Giratina is cool, badass and mysterious, not to mention that it's one of main protagonists of a movie 11. Some people may hate this movie for shaming or zero, but I love it because we had Giratina as one of main protagonists and as an Ash waifu. But it's not a Lucifer, Satan, devil, fallen angel or something like that. Well, for the first, Giratina did nothing wrong any time. Yes, it attacked Dialga, but that was because Dialga made Giratina's world getting damaged. It also helped to restore Shaman's field. It let Ash right itself and even tried to persuade Arceus, its own parent, to not destroy the humanity. In manga though, its role is quite misunderstandable. Like, I didn't really get it, but in a spin-off manga, it also managed to befriend Hareta and even fight with him on competitions. And yes, I do prefer both alternate and origin form. Some people may criticize me for that, like I do equal a badass form and less badass form, but I just happen to like dragons with legs, and still altered form is nice, and face of Giratina in its form kinda reminds me of a novel face a bit. That's why I love this. That's why I love renegade Pokemon. At my number first, my most favorite Pokemon since for a while is right, Dialga, my favorite Pokemon. Though some of you know this fact. According to music, you may think that the reason I started to love this Pokemon is a mystery dungeon when it had a large role, and you have to bring its sanity back to save the world, time, and Dialga itself. You even you even have a special episode when you have a possibility to save an alternative future Dialga. But my love has started since movies. It happened, in fact, I watched the movie 11, the first out of Creation trilogy, in which Dialga has been assaulted by a Giratina, a Pokemon equal to Dialga in terms of power and such. But what's the outcome? Right, Dialga locked Giratina in its own world. Yes, Giratina has been locked in own distortion world by Dialga, and it was just badass. Like, and in movie 10, Dialga almost dominated Palkia. Like the equal, but Dialga had an upper hand. In movie 12, Dialga not only saved Pikachu and Piplup from being sucked in water sprout, but even sent main protagonists to calm Arceus down to prove that humans are not bad, and that a traitor is not one it thought he was. Not to mention the design, just look at this design, it's majestic, it's just the baddest. It's a dinosaur dragon which is proving its own powers, proving its ancient age, proving that you should have no doubts in what Dialga is capable for. Dialga has a complete time control. While a lot of time rulers from other franchises and even Pokemons like Celebi are having one of few time controlling technique like Dio Giorno from JoJo or Yahweh from Bleach, Dialga can do all of that and even without limits. It countered Celebi's time travel. It rewrote past events so main protagonists could be revived. It stopped the time by just not wishing to make it flow. It locked Giratina with the time lapse, like in the many others. So it even can accelerate a universe back and straight forward, as Cyrus mentioned in Diamond and Pearl Adventures. That's why all of those things all together making me love this Dragon Dinosaur or Time Lord a lot, and as my fav Pokemon. Okay, so that's all, guys. Thank you for your attention, and remember that no matter whom you love, still there are a lot of Pokemons, a lot of fans, and you will always find someone who shall you are always finding someone who is sharing a love towards those awesome fictional creatures. Thank you for your attention. Subscribe on my pages mentioned in description, including my own channel, YouTube channel. Have a nice day. Goodbye.